This message goes out to all my chosen ones. Look, this message ain't gonna be long, but at the same time, it's very vital because a lot of people don't see the kind of times we living in right now. We're in the fourth quarter right now. You know what I'm saying? If you're familiar with sports analogies, we're in the fourth quarter right now, and everything around us is crumbling. You know what I'm saying? This kingdom we know as Babylon is falling, and rightfully so. Everything that's happening is meant to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's happening for a reason. Everything that you see going on, as far as like the famine, in the wars and the rumors of wars and diseases. You know what I'm saying? Everything is going on right now, and you can see that the end is coming. You know what I'm saying? And I don't do fear mongering, nothing like that. But at the same time, if you read the book of Revelations and don't just go off what people say, which I encourage everybody to do, so you can't be fooled by anything that's going on out here. Because in these last days, you're going to see a lot of people coming out just saying this, they going to say that, they going to say, the end is coming next week. They're going to say a lot of stuff, but at the same time, when you read that Bible, you know what I'm saying, that then what's true and what's not, because it's going to be a lot of people in these last days, a lot of people saying they believe in the Most High, leading a lot of people, a lot of people that say they believe in the Most High, sent by Satan to lead a lot of people astray. You know what I'm saying? So be looking out for that as well. But know that book for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Nobody know. I don't. It's not like I know. I don't know the Bible front and back like that. But I look at the parts, I read it, you know what I'm saying? And I get a better understanding from the Holy Spirit when you ask the Holy Spirit to guide you. You know what I'm saying? Just like I say, I'm not perfect in anything. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best through the Holy Spirit, only through the Holy Spirit, to try to shed light to anybody, you know what I'm saying, who's trying to bring their life, you know what I'm saying, to the Most High and bring their life to eternal salvation. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be in this world, when everything starts to happen, because just like I say all the time, you know, we're in the last days. People may not want this world to end. They may not, because they see everything like that, and they feel, the stuff as far as what's going on the earth. They got this, they got that. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they got this amount of money and everything going on, but all this stuff is coming to an end. If you look in that book of Revelation, what I'm talking about, all this stuff is coming to an end. It's not gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? This world is gonna burn. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a new heaven and a new earth. You know what I'm saying? So everything that's happening, everything you see in front of you is happening for a reason, so that prophecy can be fulfilled. Because Babylon has to fall. You know what I'm saying? This place is hypocritical. People are done wrong, and while other people prosper. People with a lot of money, I say that, you know, they continue to get richer and think that it's nothing coming behind that, you know. And at the same time they step on the poor and continue to push the poor down even more with no remorse, just to boost themselves up and give themselves a little more breathing room, more even than they already have. You already have basically the world at your feet, but you want to keep putting your foot on people's neck, on the poor's neck, to make it seem like, to give yourself even more breathing room, while you choking the life out of other people, just like they're not important because of your status and you feel like you're more important. All that stuff is coming to an end. People don't have to believe me. It's not about what I say. It's about what he says. And when I say he, I'm speaking of the Most High God, the one that created everything and everybody. You know what I'm saying? The air you breathe, everything that you see, everybody that you don't see who's passed on in this life. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff right here is created by Yah. You know what I'm saying? And all these people who continue to do the poor like that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is being done for a reason, but it's not but people aren't getting away with it. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless of whether people are thinking they're getting away with stuff, it's a God that judges everything. The only true living God. He judges everything, and everybody is going to be held accountable for everything they did. Whether you thought that you were better than people and superior than people just because of their melanin, you know what I'm saying? And you try to oppress people, and make sure generations upon generations and everybody that you've seen continue to be oppressed, you know, whether you just got hate in your heart and you just want people to be eradicated, and you try to do everything you can to keep them down, whether you try to, feel like you can take money from people and, continue to basically oppress people so your lifestyle can be better. Everything is happening. Everything is gonna be judged. The people who felt like they was getting away with stuff, they're not gonna get away with it because the Most High has everything on smash. He has everything, as far as he sees everything. And all this stuff right here that's being done today is gonna be judged. That's why I say get yourself right with Yah. You know what I'm saying? All of us have to do that. Me, you, everybody. It's not just a one-time thing. It's not just, you talk to him one day and then you straight. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it every day. It's because Satan is going to continue to come at us each and every day because he wants us to be destroyed. Satan hates us. It's not just, you know what I'm saying, one of these people in this world. And I'm not giving them no glory. All praise to the true living God, Father Yah Elohim. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to be aware that he wants to see you destroyed. He wants to see me destroyed. But on my mama, on everything, on my life, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep pushing for y'all. You know what I'm saying? The I ain't got no more breath in me. And that's on everything. Because my life ain't never meant nothing until he came into it. So I encourage everybody, keep pushing for y'all. If you keep doing it every day, you know what I'm saying? You may get knocked down, get up and keep pushing again. You know what I'm saying? Get up and keep going. Because, greater he that is in us than he that is in the world. And if you endure to the end, you shall be saved. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to go through stuff. Persecution for the Father. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing you can be persecuted for. You know what I'm saying? We'll be persecuted just to be down with somebody, just to be a part of a neighborhood or, you know what I'm saying, be associated. We'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Or we'll do other stuff, you know what I'm saying, to impress people in this world. We'll almost lose our mind or lose our life just to impress people in this world, but we won't do it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Who gave us everything, who gives us everything, who wakes us up. It ain't no coincidence that all this stuff is going on. You know what I'm saying? This kingdom, this evil, wicked kingdom full of pedophilia, full of lust, full of everything evil that you could think of. You know what I'm saying? Witchcraft is normalized. They got everything that you can think of just being normalized. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a part of that stuff. Get your life straight with Yah. You know what I'm saying? Because he's our only hope. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like something on TV. This is eternity. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no do-overs. This is eternity. Everything is up to the Most High's discretion. You know what I'm saying? But don't try to get the bag. Don't try to get your body count up. All that stuff you got to be judged for. You know what I'm saying? I did things in my life, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's did things in their life. But when you come away from it, don't go back to it. You know what I'm saying? When y'all's delivered you from something, don't go back to it. You know what I'm saying? Because it have repercussions way worse than what you can ever think of, because it's not just feelings behind it. It's demons behind it. And those demons are trying to take you down, you know what I'm saying, to the lake of fire where they're going, because they know that them and their master is headed there. You know what I'm saying? I encourage everybody in these last hours, these last days, you know what I'm saying? Not only keep pushing for y'all, do it every day. You know what I'm saying? Do it every day. Keep going. Regardless of what comes up, keep going, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we will make it. And, those who endure to the end shall be saved. Stay pushing for y'all on everything, even if it means everything. Your life, everything. I love y'all, man. Y'all stay pushing for y'all until the casket drop. Until next time, y'all willing? Peace.